This one. All right. Let's get things prepped. Be trying this out. Oops, I forgot to put her in the vertical. That's okay. Not gonna bother. So that looks good. There we go. 3, 1. Looks like it's going. There's really no way to tell besides it just shows a chat screen. All right. It's gonna be trying this Liquid Death Sparkling Energy. It's the scary strawberry. I like some of their other drinks. They aren't obviously. It's funny with this one. The branding is very extreme, but the drinks themselves are more health conscious and minimal. But I guess that's kind of their thing. So this is the strawberry one. It's got the usual skull creature. Go over the stats here. Death to drowsy. What am I saying? Death to drowsy. 12 fluid ounces, 355 milliliters. Flavored with other natural flavors. What does that even mean? Scary strawberry flavored with other natural flavors. Sparkling energy, better for you energy drink. It says unextreme caffeine, 1 coffee, natural energy source plus vitamins and other stuff. You can also look at their website real quick. There we go. So, feels like a cup of coffee, not an electric chair. That's extreme. It's better for you, sparkling energy drink. Same levels of caffeine. Co-formulated by some surgeon or something. Okay. So it's 100 milligrams. Whoops, I just clanked it on the microphone. 100 milligrams caffeine. So I'd say it's similar to Red Bull, maybe. This size of drink. I think theirs is 110. So a little bit less than Red Bull. This says 0 sugar. Sourced from coffee beans. Essential vitamins. No sucralose, no aspartame, no taurine. Yeah, so Red Bull has those. I think it has aspartame and taurine for their sugar-free ones. No artificial colors or dyes. Clean tasting strawberry flavor with a hint of lemon. So what does clean strawberry taste like? I guess we'll find out. Yeah, that's about it, I guess. Do they not have nutrition facts? I don't see it on here. I can just read it from the can. Let's see. Nutrition facts contains 0% juice, 5 calories. Yeah, like I said, it's 12 fluid ounce, 355 milliliters. There's 5 milligrams of sodium, 2 total carbohydrates, no sugar. Vitamin C, 54 milligrams. Vitamin B12, 144 mcg. Magnesium, 40 milligrams. It's kind of hard to read this in my lighting. Ingredients: carbonated water, allulose. I'll have to look that one up. I assume it's whatever they're using to sweeten it. Magnesium lacetate, citric acid, man, these are difficult to pronounce. Thionine, L-theanine, something like that. Stevia leaf extract, Reb A. So that's actually one of the sweeteners. Stevia. Caffeine, ascorbic acid, vitamin C, natural flavor, and B12. So we can quickly take a look at whatever allulose is. I'm going to do this off screen for a second. A-L-L-U-L-O-S-E. Okay, let me search for Wikipedia maybe. Maybe it's a brand name. Yeah, so this is what I got with Wikipedia. Psychose, but then there's D. Allulose, or simply allulose. It's a epimer of fructose. It is used by some commercial food and beverage manufacturers, low-calorie sweetener. Occurs naturally in small quantities in various foods. First identified in 1940. The enzymes need to have no. I can't think I've seen a lot of, because I do these drink things for a long time, and allulose. I don't remember seeing allulose in one of them before. Generally recognized as safe according to the FDA. Sugar substitute. Exempted allulose from the listing of total and added sugars and nutrition facts, but requires its weight listed as a carbohydrate. Yeah, this has 2 grams. So it's probably coming from that. Studies have shown that commercial product is not absorbed by the human body the way the common sugars are. It does not raise insulin levels, but more testing may be needed. The sweetness of allulose is estimated to be 70% the sweetness of sucrose, which is standard sugar. Has some cooling sensation, but no bitterness. Said to be sugar-like in the contrast to certain other sweeteners, like the high-intensity sugar substitutes like aspartame and saccharin. In rats, the relative energy value of allulose found to be 0.007 kilogram or calories per gram. So it's 0.3% of sucrose. Uh, 1940s. So it comes from corn, usually. Or sugar beets. Alright. Yeah, I guess they can claim this as a natural... What do they call it? I don't remember what they said here. It just says no sucralose, no aspartame. No artificial colors or dyes. Alright. So there's the can. It's 12 ounces in this case. We've looked at the information. I'll probably rehash it towards the end of the stream one more time, but yeah. And then we got the bottom of the can. If you want to look at that, let's pop it open. It's nice that it's not fakely colored or anything like that, just clear. You can see the carbonation. Focus, please. There we go. Yeah. Nice and clear. Let's do the smell test. Definitely has a smell to it. Fruity smell. I don't know, is it strawberry? Yeah, I guess that could be strawberry smell. Like a ripened strawberry. It's supposed to have strawberry lemon flavor. Let's try it out. The carbonation went away pretty quickly. It's still there a little bit. That's kind of why I don't usually pour it totally into a thing here. There's a bit of bitterness to it. It does have a noticeable sweetness, but it's going more towards the stevia route. If you ever had stevia, it has a very specific flavor to it. Which I'm not like a massive fan of stevia flavor. I don't know if this allulose is doing a whole lot, but it is higher up in the ingredients list compared to the stevia. So I think they were trying to limit the stevia flavor by putting this allulose stuff into it, but yeah, and either one of those two, they have a certain texture. They add kind of a slickness to the liquid. Mm. I'd say most of the flavor to me is coming from the smell of it. There, yeah, and I mostly get a lot of that slight bitterness. Let's try from the can. Honestly, I think it's much better from the can than the glass. Yeah. I feel like the carbonation does hide some of the bitterness in the stevia. Yeah, it does have a berry type flavor to it. If you were used to sweet drinks, uh, like if you drink Red Bull and you want a similar thing, but kind of healthier, I guess you could consider this. It's not going to be like the flavor wise, Red Bull, just the standard Red Bull. I haven't had the sugar free ones in a while, but the standard Red Bull is pretty sweet. This is not it. I mean, this is not that. Yeah. I don't mind it, but it's definitely different. And obviously with stevia, it's got a very specific flavor. With this allulose, it's hard for me to tell what it's contributing to the drink. I don't really know what it tastes like. If it just adds a general sweetness, maybe that's what it's doing. They mentioned in the Wikipedia that it has kind of a cooling effect or something. So maybe that's kind of what it's doing as well. Yeah, into burp, sorry. Oh, carbonated drinks. Oh man. Yeah. It's not too bad. It's going to be very up to personal preference and flavors. Like, probably just going to have to try it and see if you don't mind how it tastes. It's not unsweetened by any means, but it's just different. And the sweetness, the types of sweetness and stuff is just not normal. It's different. If that makes any sense. I think you'll just have to be used to unusual sweetness flavors if you want more of a healthy type of unsweetened drink. Obviously, with sucralose and aspartame and things like that, we've either gotten used to them or they've gotten in a way that they're less noticeable compared to some other sweeteners like stevia, which still has a really strong, unique flavor to it, or monk fruit as well. But yeah, I think it's really up to personal preference. These aren't cheap by any means either, so you're paying quite a bit to get something unique, and I think it's okay. I would probably buy it again. I mean, technically, my friend bought this one for me, so I would probably buy it at some point. As more of a healthier way to get some caffeine in a can, like on the go or something. But there are a ton of options. So I wouldn't say in my list of options, it's probably going to be a bit lower than some of them. But I would prefer to avoid sucralose, aspartame. What are some of the other ones? Those sweeteners. So in this respect, I haven't really. I looked at the Wikipedia for this allulose, but I don't really know anything about it, so I can't really comment about it comparatively to those other sweeteners. But yeah, at least do your own research if you care about that. And then stevia itself, check that out if it's important to you. But yeah, it's different. Interesting that Liquid Death tries to make their branding so hardcore, but then they also go very health conscious and such with their drinks. Amusing mix, I guess. Overall, not too bad. So I'm going to go over the information in like a condensed format before I end this here, in case I need to clip it or whatever. So I'm going to redo it in a way, just out of curiosity to see if it's more helpful. So we've got the Liquid Death Scary Strawberry. Very interesting branding. This is 12 fluid ounces, 355 milliliters. They tried to make it more health conscious. It's got 5 calories, no sugar. It does have 2 carbohydrates. It has vitamin C, B12, and magnesium at various amounts. Ingredients, we've got carbonated water, allulose, magnesium lactate, citric acid, L-theanine, stevia leaf extract, caffeine, ascorbic acid, natural flavor, and also vitamin B12. With those vitamins, 54 milligrams for vitamin C, 1.44 mcg of vitamin B12, and 40 milligrams of magnesium. They say that the caffeine is sourced from coffee beans, no sucralose, no aspartame, no artificial colors or dyes. Yeah. So, very cool. I'll pour it in the glass here. Got a nice clear liquid. I actually prefer this from the can. The carbonation in this case does go away pretty quickly when you pour it. So it does have a definite berry flavor. I mean, it has a definite berry smell to it, but the flavor is somewhat muted. I do get the stevia taste. If you know what stevia tastes like, it's prominent. But compared, if it were only sweetened by stevia, it'd probably be even more extreme. But it does have that allulose in here as well. And the allulose is higher on the list of ingredients, so that it's more of that than stevia. But still, I can taste the stevia. Yeah, not too bad for what it is. If you want something without aspartame and sucralose, but you want it kind of sweet, this is on the lower end of sweetness flavor and such. It does have a berry type flavor to it when you're tasting it. I get it more from the smell than the taste. There is a bit of bitterness in there. And then, of course, the stevia is noticeable. But yeah, that's the Liquid Death Scary Strawberry Sparkling Energy. Cool. Not too bad. It's starting to grow on me a little bit. All right. I do have these as well. I've shown these before, but they're fun. It's kind of these days blind boxes and gashapon, the little balls that you can buy in machines to get a random thing. Those are super popular these days. I feel like this is the original OG of stuff like that. Because you get a little fortune inside. But yeah, these are La Choy ones. This is the brand that I usually get out of convenience because they're pretty easy to find. This specific box is has 13 cookies in it. I've already eaten some of them, but they're individually wrapped, so I can show. Sorry. This is 3 ounces, 85 grams for the package. And then 1 serving is 5 cookies. About 2.5 servings per container. For 1 serving, it's 130 calories. 1 gram of total fat. The carbonation. 10 milligrams of sodium. Total carbohydrates, 29 grams. Less than 1 gram of dietary fiber. 13 grams of total sugars. 2 grams of protein. And then it does list vitamins, but they're very minimal. It's all 0. But for the package, iron is a noticeable amount. 0.7 mcg for the entire package, which would be 13 cookies. And then we've got the ingredients. Bleached wheat flour, sugar, water, soy. Man, I can never pronounce this one right. lecithin. Soybean oil and hydrogenated soybean oil. Sodium bicarbonate, natural and artificial flavor, or natural and artificial vanilla flavor, yellow 5 and yellow 6. So it has 2 different food colorings in here. Sadly, I've never found a fortune cookie that does not have food coloring in it that you can buy in a store. So that's what it is. It says contains soy and wheat. And then the company is CONAGRA brands in Chicago. I'm in northern Illinois, so my crew, I guess. Yeah. Pop this open. Show what it looks like. There's one of them. You know, the classic look. It is very yellow. I'm gonna get a plate. Let's see what my fortune is today. So once I break this thing up, and it's gonna have a bunch of... Oh, it's very bright. Yeah. There we go, nice close up. I can see the fortune is in there. I have had a few times when there wasn't a paper in there. So I guess that's, I don't know if that's a good or bad sign. Yeah. Very standard. Okay, I'm gonna break this over the... See what we got. So, opportunity will soon knock. When it does, answer the door. I don't know if this is for me or anyone watching, but here's our fortune for today. I can also open another one, so we can have more than just one. There we go. You can screenshot it. Answer the door. Whoops. We've got the pieces here. These ones, definitely want to get them when they're not close to the expiration date, because I have had some that are just not very crunchy. They are individually wrapped, but still sometimes, you know, they're not the best, but generally I think they taste pretty good when they're quote unquote fresh. I mean, I don't know how fresh you can get a packaged store-bought fortune cookie, but it definitely has a vanilla flavor to it. Nice and crunchy in this case. Sweet. I like them. It's a fun little mix of doing, you know, you got the fortune thing plus the cookies, so it's kind of a double benefit. Do another one. Let's see what our other fortune is for today. Good luck is bestowed upon you. You'll get what your heart desires. So I think we can share this one as well for today. Once it focuses. Come on, camera. There we go. All right. Anyways, like doing these little taste tests and stuff. Again, this is not bad. It's the thing is with drinks like this, they're so expensive now. So it's hard for me to recommend something like this based on price. I can't really talk about prices on certain websites because they complain about it. Amazon. But something like this comparatively to Red Bull. Sorry. The Red Bull sugar-free do have, I think it's aspartame in it. So if you are trying to avoid that specific sweetener, this is an alternative at the very least. I mean, there's Monster and there's what other energy drinks? Some of those go crazy with caffeine. This is 100 milligrams, which I think is pretty reasonable. But if you're trying to do caffeine per money, it's probably not a great value because it's lower caffeine, it's lower sugar, it's just lower everything comparatively to these other drinks that are probably pretty. You could probably find the other brands cheaper, like the one with Sonic on it. What is that brand? It has a bunch of different collabs, and that's got 300 milligrams in the can, and they're pretty easy to find cheaper. I'm thinking like Dollar Tree. But Dollar Tree does have this brand as well. Sometimes it's just I don't think I've seen the energy drink ones there. Anyways, yeah, I'm gonna sign off for the food review stuff, or drink review technically, for the most part. Yeah. Peace. Okay. And this one. See ya.